Mosquitoes, one of the deadliest creatures on the planet, surviving on every continent except Antarctica. Capable of ending life on Earth as we know it, this insect is just one of the many animals we will be investigating as we continue our journey around the world in part 2 of 99 Creatures Mother Nature Doesn't Want You to See. Let's get it done. You've been in this situation, right? Dreaming you won the lottery or that promotion you have been striving towards for the last 6 months. When you are rudely awoken by one of these sons of batches. As annoying as it is, that ghastly sound is the mosquito's wings beating around 800 to 1,000 times a second. Yes, a second. What's more, female mosquitoes' wings create a higher pitch tone. This helps attract potential mates. Females are also the ones that feast upon your blood, slurping it up at any chance they get. But it is important not to forget that there are more than 3,500 species and not all drink blood. Sadly, these micropredators cause the deaths of over 725,000 people each year. That's enough to wipe out the entire population of Luxembourg. They do this by transmitting diseases such as yellow fever and malaria. Being able to wipe out entire populations, these animals should be immensely feared because in the wrong hands, it could be devastating. Interestingly, in 1955, the US military carried out an experiment called Operation Big Buzz in the state of Georgia. This test was to see the results of releasing 300,000 mosquitoes to determine whether they could disperse yellow fever mosquitoes. A secondary objective was to see if they would seek blood meals after being released. The test concluded that yes, they could be dispersed and could potentially be used in this way. I wonder if they could be used in a good way, for example, given a mutation or altered DNA to not spread diseases or to spread vaccinations. Number 12. The Komodo Dragon. Komodo dragons are the heaviest lizard on the planet, weighing an impressive 300 pounds and they can reach 10 feet in length. Despite this, they can still walk up to 7 miles per day. These creatures are hiding a much bigger secret, though. A secret my girlfriend could only wish for. The ability to reproduce without a male. Yes, that's right, all jokes aside, I hope. Female Komodo dragons have both female and male sex chromosomes, meaning they can reproduce asexually in a process called parthenogenesis. While this reproduction style can have its advantages when needing to repopulate, it has a major drawback only Henry VIII could be jealous of. The reproduction process only allows males to be birthed. As a result, there has been evidence of inbreeding, and the animal's reluctance to travel too far has exaggerated the issue. But even though they may all be cousins, the Komodo dragon is a top predator that uses serrated teeth and sharp claws to rip and shred at their prey. It is widely debated whether it is bacteria or venom in this predator's mouth that helps when hunting its next victim. Either way, rotting flesh caught in the lizard's mouth would harbor bacteria you probably wouldn't like getting into an open wound. Researchers have also documented venom glands in the creature's skull, which prevents blood from clotting, resulting in a huge amount of blood loss and inducing shock. So, do not try to pet that dog.
No, he's sleeping.
Number 13. The Hammer-Headed Bat. This is the crazy sound of the hammer-headed bat, the largest bat in continental Africa, whose wingspan can reach lengths of 1 meter. These winged beasts are often considered pests due to their frugivorous diet, consisting of figs, bananas, and mangoes, and their loud noises at night. These bats typically use lek mating, which is where the males gather to compete for mating rights by displays and courtship rituals. This is known as lekking, and the top 6% of males have 79% of the mating. However, some populations of hammer-headed bats in West Africa do not use leks. Instead, they have a harem system. I'm glad these bats don't live near me. Can you imagine going for an evening stroll and one of these comes flying at you? No, thank you. Number 14, the thistledown velvet ant. There are thousands of species of ants, and they are fascinating creatures. Being one of the strongest animals in relation to its size, they really are incredible creatures. But don't let the next creature's name fool you. The thistledown velvet ant is not an ant, it's a wasp. But wait, there's more. Female thistledown velvet ants are wingless, while males have wings enabling them to fly. Although it looks as though this creature has evolved some sonic spikes for protection from hungry predators. These are thought to be more of an adaptation to the hot desert, meaning it can stay cool in the desert heat. Scientists think this due to the lack of predators. However, females can administer a rather painful sting as a defense mechanism if they needed to. Number 15, sea pen. Sea pen? What is a sea pen? Sea pens are a type of soft coral. They live in deep sea habitats and have a unique appearance reminiscent of an old-fashioned quill pen, which is how they got their name. Sea pens are colonial organisms made up of many smaller individual polyps working together. These polyps perform different functions. Some are responsible for feeding, while others help with reproduction. Did you know that some sea pens can even glow in the dark by emitting a bioluminescent glow, which not only lights up the dark ocean depths but also serves as a defense mechanism? These cool creatures are typically found in tropical and temperate waters worldwide, often living in colonies on the ocean floor between 20 and 1,000 meters deep. They are usually spotted in soft sediment areas. Number 16, the barreleye fish. This fascinating fish is found deep in the Pacific Ocean. Its skull is filled with a clear fluid which houses the eyes, giving it a look like it came straight out of an alien movie. But don't think this is just a gimmick. Those big, bulbous eyes can rotate, allowing it to look up into the dark waters above to hunt unsuspecting prey such as jellyfish and other soft-bodied creatures. It has special light-sensitive cells that help it detect the faintest glimmer of bioluminescent prey. Not an easy task when you live in complete darkness. Its large fins allow this fish to smoothly hover around, stabilizing them while it scans the water above for prey. Number 17, the star-nosed mole. Going from a creature that has adapted its eyesight for the deep, dark ocean to one where darkness has caused the animal to adapt its other senses so it doesn't need its eyes so much. The star-nosed mole lives in near-complete darkness, so their eyesight is rather weak. It is a common misconception that this star mole is blind, but this is not true. As well as weak eyesight, it is often fairly difficult to see the animal's eyes as they are small and hidden in their fur. But let's talk about why this creature is really special. The star-nosed mole, as its name suggests, has a ring of 22 fleshy tentacles on its snout resembling a star. This remarkable feature is packed with minute sensory receptors, in fact, more than 25,000 of them. Known as Eimer's organs, it allows the mole to detect and interpret the world around them. The star-nosed mole can be found in northeastern parts of North America in wet lowland areas. They eat a variety of insects including dragonflies and worms, as well as other small aquatic creatures. Number 18, sawfish. Don't confuse this next creature with a saw shark or the extinct sclerorhynchoids, which both look similar to the sawfish. And not to also be confused with swordfish, which has a similar name. The sawfish is easily recognized by its nose, which resembles a saw. Sadly, all 5 species of sawfish are critically endangered. The 5 species are narrow sawfish, green sawfish, small-tooth sawfish, dwarf sawfish, and large-tooth sawfish. Sawfish are large fish. The small-tooth, large-tooth, and green sawfish are among the world's largest fish, being between 6 to 7 meters. Some can possibly be longer and weigh as much as 500 to 600 kilograms. As for the other 2 species, the dwarf and the narrow sawfish, they are considerably smaller, between 3 to 4 meters in length. Interestingly, when a sawfish loses a tooth on its saw, it does not grow back. The number of teeth varies depending on the species and can range from 14 to 37 on each side of the saw. I love the look of these fish and hope they don't go extinct. Number 19, penis snake. Next is one of Mother Nature's more questionable creatures, often known as the penis snake. And what seems to be a common theme in this video is that it is neither a snake nor penis like its name suggests. This strangely smooth, girthy mutant worm is actually a species of caecilian, and its scientific name is actually Atratocawana icelti. Interestingly, most caecilians have a well-developed right lung and a vestigial left lung, and some relatives of the Atratocawana have both well-developed lungs, but strangely the Atratocawana is completely lungless. It also has some other features associated with lunglessness, such as sealed chewani and an absence of pulmonary arteries. This manaconda is probably up there for one of the strangest animals on the list so far, but nothing compares to the attitude of our next creature. Number 20. Frilled lizard. The frilled lizard might be small, but its fiery attitude more than makes up for it. This lizard will erect its frills when threatened by predators such as birds, snakes, and bigger lizards. As well as this display of frills to make itself look bigger, it also uses other scandalous tactics to scare off predators. These include opening its mouth, puffing and hissing, and tail lashes. If this fierce display does not warn of the predator, it can quickly retreat and hide. This lizard can grow up to 90 centimeters and can weigh 600 grams, spending the majority of its time in trees. The frilled lizard inhabits northern Australia and southern New Guinea. Today, we have traveled land and sea far and wide to discover Mother Nature's strangest animals, and they did not disappoint, from the barreleye all the way to the penis snake. The journey is just beginning, so join us on our next adventure in Part 3 as we travel the world again in search of the creatures Mother Nature doesn't want you to see. Catch up on Part 1 and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the release of Part 3.